California, and thanks for joining us for the SAP Rapid Marts webinar. It is being hosted by KloudData, Cloud with a K, California. My name is Mohan Trika. I'm Executive Vice President, General Manager, and the Head of Global Sales for KloudData, and I'm your host for this session. KloudData is a premier SAP partner for SAP solutions with a special focus on cloud-based enterprise solutions. We have been an SAP business object partner for over 10 years now, with our consulting services delivering valuable solutions for the decision makers of over 90 customers. According to Gartner, which you all know, BI is ranked #1 priority by CIOs in 2012 as they help their businesses answer 3 critical performance questions. How are they doing? KPIs of the company. Why analysis is required? And what should they be doing for the forecast and projections and other stuff as outlooks for the company? Those 3 very pertinent questions for the CIO. Coming to the Rapid Marts, SAP Rapid Marts is a very special solution that helps businesses answer the above questions in their SAP deployments by providing faster access, actionable insights from the enterprise transaction data and from the ERP and CRM deployments and backend. SAP Rapid Marts deliver quick value with a very high quality reports, dashboards, and help the organization maximize return on their SAP investment, and thereby improving the decision making or the critical business areas. This afternoon, we have an exciting panel to tell you more about the special fast-track BI solutions for your SAP deployment. Joining me are Chet Gandhi. Chet is a Senior Director of Information Systems at Applied Micro. And Mr. Patrick Rimroth, he is General Manager of Mizuho OSI, a specialized manufacturer of medical devices. And Gaurav Patel, who's Engineering VP from KloudData, and myself. All of them will share their experiences and expertise with you in the next 45 minutes. Also, we have a few exciting special offers on SAP Rapid Marts being offered jointly from SAP and KloudData. We'll share these with you towards the end of this session. As per the agenda for the afternoon, we'll start first with Chet Gandhi from Applied Micro. He's here to tell us why the Applied Micro chose to buy Rapid Marts, what were the main drivers behind the decisions, and what value they are expecting from this deployment. We'll talk to him. Then Gaurav will go through in-depth talk through for what are the SAP Rapid Marts and why and how you should deploy them and the value they will create. Pat will come next and will share his experience. They are already implementing Rapid Marts and getting results out of it. And to wrap up, we will tell you about the special offers that we have, and you will get some time for the question and answers for about 15 minutes. So I'm delighted to meet and bring to you Chet Gandhi. Chet is, as I said, Senior Director of Information Systems at Applied Micro. He's got over 15 years of expertise in manufacturing product life cycles, and he has implemented several of these. Chet has degrees from IIT Kharagpur in India and University of British Columbia in Canada. Chet, Welcome.
Thank you, Mohan.
Can you share with our audience today what prompted the decision for SAP Rapid Marts? And you may want to also tell them something about the Applied Micro.
Sure. Applied Micro is a fabless semiconductor company, and we're a small to mid-cap company. We're a public company, so you can obviously check us out on the internet. Our ticker symbol is AMCC. We have been an SAP shop since 1996. So we are a legacy SAP customer, and we've had ECC, BW, CRM, APO, and we've had them for quite many years. We were very skeptical, and we weren't looking at SAP Rapid Marts because that was a purchase. We were interested in more standard SAP connectivity options using BW. What really piqued our interest was Rapid Marts not only provided standard content, but also gave us some key reports that looked very interesting to us, as well as an entire universe creation, which was very key for ad hoc reporting, which is something we wouldn't have if we use a standard SAP BW connectivity option. So that was very important because senior management and leadership at Applied Micro are very keen in making sure reporting is handled by users themselves and driven by the users. So ad hoc reporting was very, very key for us to launch and go live in a short amount of time.
Yeah, empowering your users was a critical piece of it. Okay. So can you share more with the audience in terms of what value that you believe, in addition to the user empowerment, that you expect to get out of the Rapid Marts, and what Rapid Marts are you putting in?
Okay, we've chosen 4 Rapid Marts. Being in the semiconductor industry, we're very conscientious of our planning and inventory, and being in the cutting edge at the optimized supply chain level. We chose the sales Rapid Marts, the purchasing, the production planning, and inventory Rapid Marts. And some of the key drivers in the semiconductor industry, one of the key things our users look for and currently do a lot of customizations in is the BBB reports, which is bookings, billings, and backlog. And that's reviewed very regularly. And the Rapid Marts and the sales Rapid Marts have those standard ones. So as we've chosen them, I'm very eager to see how they meet our needs. As you know, Mohan, we've just started the project. So, you know, I think the value will be tremendous if we can tap the data and get these key reports that are pre-built in business objects for us, and use the sales dashboard, which is also pre-built. So we're old legacy SAP customer, but we're new to business objects, and we're keen in getting up and running really fast. And Rapid Mart seems like the right thing to choose and use to get to the finish line really quickly, effectively.
Well, thank you very much, Chet. We are very much looking forward to providing Applied Micro this BI capability and implementing in a record time. We believe this will be done now within weeks now, that you will have these Rapid Marts up and running.
Correct. So our goal is within 6 to 8 weeks we'll be up and running starting from scratch. Right.
Very good. So with that, I'm going to now hand over to Gaurav. Gaurav Patel is our VP of Engineering, and would share with you all the details about the Rapid Mart. Gaurav comes with a Master's of Computer Science from UCSC. Gaurav, over to you.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us today afternoon. And I'm going to run through some of the aspects about what are Rapid Marts, and we're going to talk about what is the use case around it. why are they important, what do they provide, and we'll start with that. Now, when we're typically talking to business users, what are business users typically looking for? They're looking for ways and means of getting access to their data, and different users in the organization might have different needs. Some users are looking for content which is more highly formatted, more presentation-ready reports, while some are looking for better visualizations, whether it's some kind of a dashboard for senior executives, just getting an overview of their KPIs. Or some of them are going to be looking for the ability to do ad hoc reporting and analysis. Now, that has been one of the biggest needs in the industry of late. People want it to be more user-centric rather than relying heavily on IT. They want to empower business users to make their own, do their own reporting. Right? So the different needs that users have, general reporting needs. Now let's see, what do SAP users typically see? And this is your typical report. Most SAP users are used to seeing reports of this form. But remember, we talked, users, what are users really looking for? That's what users are really looking for. They're looking for something that's graphical, have some charts inside it. I mean, it looks a lot more, it's a little bit more readable, more interactive. Now, that's what the user needs are. So from a summary perspective, just a quick summary, that yes, SAP standard reporting is good, but has its limitations. Some of them are the fact that it is not quite as visual, does not enable ad hoc reporting, does not have the flexibility, and is not quite as user-friendly. You would need to know how to navigate your way through SAP and to be able to run some of these reports. Now, SAP understood that they have some of these shortcomings, and what they ended up doing is, I think back in 2008, is they decided to purchase BusinessObjects. BusinessObjects is a company which was very good in all the reporting needs that SAP was lacking at. And back in early this year, in April this year, Gartner stated that BusinessObjects was ranked #1 with almost a 24% market share in 2011 in the entire BI space. Different options for different needs of business users. We've got BusinessObjects came with Crystal reports for doing your very well highly formatted reports. It had dashboards for providing management and executives with a good graphical UI, in which they could track and trend their KPIs. It allowed analysts with the ability to do ad hoc reporting using the web intelligence. This would allow users to drag and drop and do their own reports, not needing to learn any special reporting tools, web-based access, make it easy and interactive for the users to be able to self-service themselves rather than trying to reach out to IT. There are also tools for data exploration, such as BusinessObjects Explorer, which allows users to ask Google-like search questions when the way people work on Google. And I'm just saying Google because I'm biased towards Google, but I'm sure there are Bing users and other users out there, Yahoo users out there as well. But they allow you to do that kind of search and data exploration and try and see what the data, rather than trying to look for an answer, see what is the story the data is actually telling. And there are other advanced analytics tools available to work against OLAP sources and non-relational data sources. Let's look at, now that we've established that yes, there are these different reporting tools, and yes, the reporting tools are something which the business users are really looking for. Let's see from an SAP perspective, what are the different ways in which we can actually get data from SAP using this tool set? There are 4 different ways in which we can actually extract the data. We could do direct reporting against SAP ERP systems. We could use SAP NetWeaver Business Warehouse or the BW system. We've heard Chet talk about a little bit about it earlier. We could do custom ETL. We could do custom data extract, load, and transform, and load the data into a data warehouse or custom work. Or the 4th one, which is SAP BusinessObjects Rapid Marts. And I will next talk through what are some of the pros and cons available in all these different methods. There are different methods serving different purposes. Let's talk first about getting data directly from SAP. Now, when we are reading data directly from SAP, one of the biggest advantages, well, you've got real-time data. The minute you talk about data warehousing or data extractions, you talk about ETL, that's you're talking about moving data from one system to another. That's not real-time, primarily. So when you report directly against SAP, you've got real-time information. And as you can see in the visualization here, we could have data coming from finance, from HR, from GL, sales, operational, and all different sorts of information, and you could do direct reporting from that SAP content. Let's see some of the flip sides. Your technical team is going to be jumping up and down the minute you tell them you're going to do reporting against your OLTP system. That is directly going to hit your performance, because once you start doing reporting against it, your operational system, your ERP system is going to run a little slower. That is going to be a big concern for your business users. Also, you're going to need a pretty highly skilled technical staff to actually build queries directly against your SAP system. SAP is a pretty complex environment. We're talking about upwards of 50,000 database objects. And trying to create some reports against them is going to be a pretty mammoth of a task. Let's bring SAP NetWeaver Business Warehouse in place. Yes, the SAP NetWeaver Business Warehouse sits in between your ERP system, your SAP ERP system, and your reporting content. They have predefined business models, and they have extractors to extract data from SAP and load it to BW. There are other options of customizing it. It's highly scalable, and it is very functional. But the drawbacks here are, anyone who's implemented SAP BW could attest, it takes a long time to set this thing up. Business Warehouse is not a simple deployment. The time to set up, manage, and make any customization requires a lot of manpower. And of course, you need highly skilled manpower to be able to manage such a complex environment. Now, also, when you're working on reporting against different business areas, let's say you want to try and mix data from finance and sales and operations and combine it all together, do cross-functional reporting, it is a little bit of a challenge in BW, SAP Business Warehouse. It is possible, but it is going to be a pretty huge effort to actually get that in place. Let's talk a little bit about custom ETL development. Now, when you're talking about custom ETL, well, you could have it highly targeted towards what your needs are. It could be as small an ETL development as need be, and of course, it can go to as big an ETL development as you might be. It could be highly targeted to meet just a few needs and requirements that you might have. Now, since we're doing custom ETL, this will give us the ability to report across multiple business areas. We are not restricted to report only on, not only on SAP ERP content, but also content coming from other sources. It could be your CRM system, it could be third-party data sources that you're trying to integrate, etc. So the system is pretty scalable and flexible to allow that. Now, the drawbacks are, this could be a high-touch deployment. For anyone who has worked on custom ETL development, would have known or would have seen that when you talk to business users, when you get some of the requirements, by the time you finish your development, your first phase, the requirements have already changed. You see, their turnaround times are higher. There's more changes and there are more customizations that might keep propping up. And with relatively smaller companies, that might not be a feasible option. You might need a lot of consulting effort, whether internal or external, to get this in place. Now, let me quickly summarize what are some of the challenges that we've seen in all these three approaches, all right, across of them. Typically, long implementation times, whether it's SAP Business Warehouse, a little shorter if you're doing custom ETL, a little bit more central, but still relatively long implementation times. All of these methods required skilled highly skilled technical IT resources to be developing your environment and managing and maintaining it as well. And of course, with highly skilled resources come in higher costs. And none of these are really enabling your end users to do ad hoc reporting. They're not enabling an environment in which you come and you ask your questions and build your own reports, build your own system. None of these help with that. Now SAP Rapid Marts is yes your magic bullet, and it will help answer all your questions. Now I'm just going to walk through some what it does provide, and I'm going to actually try and prove how it actually overcomes some of these obstacles. Implementing a Rapid Mart is a matter of days and weeks rather than running into months and years. There are pre-built content available right from the aspect of extracting data from SAP, the pre-built extractors available, to putting it in a database schema, which would store that extracted data information to the universe with that metadata layer, which would enable business users to do ad hoc reporting, as well as some pre-built-in reports. Right? It is a packaged solution with all these components in place. It is modular in terms of you could deploy, in your first phase, you could be deploying some of your operational Rapid Marts or enable operational reporting, and then extend it to your finance and maybe your HR department as well as you progress through it. Now, there is a drawback as well. I mean, as I said, we're going to compare and show the pros and cons for everything here. This is the Rapid Mart. It does not consolidate data across non-SAP systems. This is, after all, an SAP Rapid Mart, so it does extract data from SAP. But when you want to get data from external sources, it might require some custom ETL. It's possible to do it, but it will require some additional effort. It will be required. Now, let's talk about how Rapid Marts help overcome some of the challenges that we talked about. The first challenge we talked about are long implementation times. Now, these are the typical steps that when you're doing an analytics deployment that you would typically go through, whether it's custom ETL, whether you're doing BW, or whichever one you might be using. You'd start with gathering your requirements, to defining the data model, and you do your ERP, ETL experts come in and they do the ETL development, and then you would come in with doing your data validation, recovery, a lot of coding involved here. And then once you've implemented your first release, you then go and gather some feedback, and then you extend and make some more tweaks and changes based on what feedback you get from developing your first model. This is what typically takes months and years to actually develop. What a Rapid Mart does, it provides, by providing pre-built ETL, pre-built data model, it's actually taking away a huge chunk of what your activities would be. Now we're just left with 4 activities, and we're just doing requirements gathering, feedback, and we're just extending it. This is now going to take weeks as opposed to taking months. This is how we're actually getting a reduction in time. Let's see how that helps us reduce cost and effort as well. Since the activities required here have been reduced, and as we can see on this graph here, we are plotting the number of resources required, and we're plotting it against time, and how, as we progress through the different phases of development, how the number of resources would increase and decrease over a period of time. And that's pretty much where you'd start without a Rapid Mart. You'd start with having a high number of people doing all your requirements, doing mappings, doing ETL development, and then of course as towards the end you taper down to have fewer staff trying to just manage the system. With Rapid Marts, we just start with extending and customizing the data models. Hence, we have a reduction in the number of resources required, reduction in cost at the same time. Fewer staff, fewer resources, fewer costs, lower costs. Now that we've seen how we can reduce cost and effort, let's see how we can also enable ad hoc. Remember, the third problem is we wanted business to enable self-service reporting, enable ad hoc reporting. Now, it seems, again from Forrester, that 77% of all BI requests end up being serviced by IT, right? And that's what we're still trying to overcome. We want to kind of make it the other way around. We just want maybe 20% requests going to IT for something which is way too complex, rather than it being the other way around. By providing the semantic layer, remember we talked about the semantic layer, metadata layer, business users and analysts can create their own reports, and this is done by providing them with business-friendly terms. You do not want to tell a business analyst or business users more so, what is the database table, what are joins between the tables, what are columns, and if you're working on the SAP source, what are the acronyms, what is VBAK and VBAP, and what do all of them mean? I mean, someone who understands German would definitely understand those, but I mean, for the rest of us, we are at a loss. So providing that business-friendly terms enables business users to do the reporting without worrying about the back end behind it. Don't worry about SQL, don't worry about tables, joins, none of those. Now, providing that metadata layer is good, but along with that, the Rapid Mart also comes with pre-built content, which has been created by subject matter experts who have over a period of time seen what are the typical reports that a business might need when you're talking about sales. What are the typical report sales that a sales team would need? And they've created those reports so that it gives the business users a jump start. Rather than saying, here is a system, build your own reports, there are some reports you can try using, see how they help, and then you can customize those reports. Right? So they are providing more pre-built content on a system which will allow users to build their own ad hoc reporting. This is so we've pretty much covered the three major challenges that we've seen with some of the other systems: lower implementation time, lower costs and effort, and enable self-service reporting. These are the advantages which SAP Rapid Marts are going to provide to your business and your team. Now, just a quick summary slide on what are the different components of this Rapid Mart. We talked about the ETL mappings, which is the extract, transform, load mappings from the SAP system into a custom data model, a pre-built data model that is available, along with your pre-built Rapid Marts and reporting content, including your universe, some dashboards, which will help users start utilizing the information faster. It has all three aspects which we've talked about. Rapid Marts from SAP are available in for different modules. There are 5 Rapid Marts available for finance. They range from GL, General Ledger, Accounts Receivable, Accounts Payable, Cost Center, and Fixed Assets. Now, what we see on the screen are the different types of analysis that could be performed in each of them, whether you're looking at aged receivables in Accounts Receivable, or you're looking at PO invoice reconciliation in Accounts Payable. Each Rapid Mart or each of these will help address different types of questions that your business users and the function users in your organization might need. I'm just going to keep this on the screen for a couple of seconds so that everyone has some time to just read through it. Switching to the next slide on operations. In operations, we've got sales, inventory, and purchasing Rapid Marts. In the sales, we could be talking about booking, lifetime sales, whether we're trying to do a customer 360 is something we're trying to build. Talking or in purchasing, when you talk, you could have your PO listings, your PO statuses, what are your open purchase orders that you might have, and in inventory, you are looking more for your inventory valuation or daily inventory trends, and different kinds of analysis that are possible. Under manufacturing and HR, manufacturing, we've got 3 different Rapid Marts that are available. We've got plant maintenance, production planning, and project systems. We also have an HR or human resources Rapid Mart available as well. For production planning, we could be looking at your capacity planning, your MRP requirements, your bill of material, and whether you're looking for plant maintenance, you're looking for the maintenance hours and the planning efficiency. To project systems, where you could be looking at project costs and some of your project analysis and just be tracking how your projects have been going. And to human resources, we're talking more about what are the salary compensations, see what are the eligibility, see the employee reporting, see the employee turnarounds, or different types of analytics that we might be running for HR. Now that we've seen the different types of Rapid Marts, and I'm just going to let's switch over next to what are some of the benefits that Mizuho OSI has handled, and I'll hand it over to you, Mohan. Please.
Well, thank you, Gaurav. So Gaurav has given you a detailed look at all the Rapid Marts, the benefits, and how you can deploy your BI in a faster track. And this is what has been done by one of our customers, Mizuho OSI, who's a local company here in the Silicon Valley. And to introduce I am going to have Patrick Rimroth. Patrick, as I said earlier on, is the general manager at Mizuho. He has implemented these Rapid Marts. Patrick is a veteran in the medical device industry with over 20 years and has held senior executive level positions at companies such as Symphonics, Curon Medical. Patrick graduated in electrical engineering and biology from Purdue and is currently directing all operations at Mizuho. Mizuho, one more time, I want to tell you, is a leading producer of very high quality operating room equipment that helps in the surgery outcomes. They have exacting requirements from FDA, as this is medical equipment industry under the watchdog of FDA. Mizuho OSI implemented their first SAP Rapid Mart in sales last year and has since added 5 more, extending their Rapid Mart portfolio to improve their business intelligence across the board. Welcome, Patrick, and thank you for taking the time out for this session. Can you tell us and our audience why SAP Rapid Marts have been valuable to your organization?
Well, thank you, Mohan. It's been a pleasure, to share the experience with SAP Rapid Mart creation, that journey. Trying to go from SAP reports all the way to the Rapid Mart reports by KloudData. Just kind of as a background, Mizuho OSI is a specialized medical device manufacturer. We're a regulated industry. We have been in business for about 30 years, and just recently we switched over to SAP from Expandable, an interesting ERP system. We went live at the beginning of this year, but as Mohan said, we started doing Rapid Marts at the end of last year. We did sales first, actually before we went live, because our sales force was actually blind as far as what was going on. We didn't really have numbers, and with the Rapid Mart going into our pre-go live, they actually provided us direction as we went live, and we didn't skip a beat in sales throughout the first quarter. When we first started this journey, trying to figure out how to run our business, we considered SAP BusinessObjects Edge, but we realized to get our business critical reports directly from SAP, it would take us considerable time, effort. It would also take us, and we didn't have the time, and it was also a large cost challenge going that direction. So what we did is we talked to SAP about it. We talked to our implementers, and they had actually suggested an SAP Rapid Mart, and they recommended KloudData as the implementation partners. And so with that, that's what we started. We did one initially. We've done 5 so far. What we're working on now is an additional 2.
Oh, very interesting. Maybe you can share with the audience, how do you believe the Rapid Mart deployment differed from the BI solution that you were considering? Perhaps you can elaborate on that.
Okay. As I had indicated a little bit before, was that this solution was quick. It was needed by the organization. We had originally allocated about 6 months or so to get sales and finance reports and the dashboards up and running. Once we started the project with KloudData, we found out that the ability to go live with their reports and to having them be very functional was very quick. And in fact, the very first one, from the time we joined KloudData to implementation, was less than 2 months. We were also able to customize these reports for our business so that we could get standard reports, or we could actually have the users customize their own and get better intelligence quicker. We didn't, as previously mentioned, we didn't have to go back to IT to get some of this information. We were actually, the users were able to actually modify the programs and get the data that they needed.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. And just wanted to also discuss with you and for our audience here that which Rapid Marts out of the 11 that you deployed, and why did you prioritize the way you did?
Okay. As I said earlier, we implemented sales first. That is our eyes to our revenue. So we had about 11 different reports in sales and different types to give visibility to all of our territories, both domestic and international. We've done finance. Obviously, we have to understand what we're doing there. Production planning, purchasing. We did inventory, and then we did costs. Currently, what we're doing is we're doing 2 ad hoc types for CRM, for leads and opportunities, and then we're also, because we are a regulatory agency or regulated industry, we have to provide quality data to the FDA, and by having the different reports that have been implemented, we've been able to take that data and to create quality management reports that are necessary each month.
Very good. So can you also share with the audience what kind of future plans you have with the Rapid Marts and the other parts of CRM and quality and those kinds of things?
As far as future, as I said, we're working right now, finishing up our inventory and purchasing Rapid Marts, and we're starting to jump into quality. We've gone through the definition phase, and that will be, I'm sure, within the next 4 weeks we'll be launching it. As far as the CRM, we're getting ready to go live with CRM. And then from there, that will be an opportunity for doing, as I said, leads and opportunities, conversion times, all types of metrics that Rapid Mart is able to provide its KloudData.
Well, thank you very much, Pat, for sharing this experience. I really appreciate you coming in and introducing the company and introducing your experience to our audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohan. And good luck in the future.
So to share with you, the audience, that we at KloudData are offering specials for Rapid Marts. Our first special offer is a 2-day free assessment. This assessment will provide for any customer a 2 days of, as you said, assessment, looking at your landscape, looking at your business challenges for BI, a report of the suitability of Rapid Marts for your requirements will be part of that, and any recommendations for you for that. And to do that, you can simply go to www.clouddata.com/assessment, but please enter that promo code and submit it, and we'll get back with you and work out a schedule where we can provide this free assessment. The second offer we had, you are able to come to KloudData's website and test drive SAP Rapid Marts in a hosted environment. This trial is available to you for 30 days. You can work with the team. If you have any difficulty or anything else, that we will work with you to look at the data, look at the kinds of reports, look at the kind of dashboard, which will give you an idea before you embark on the whole issue. And this, again, you can move to clouddata.com/30-day free trial, and also lots of other good material is available for you to browse through our website as well. The last piece of the special offer is really a $100,000 overall package, which gives you 2 SAP Edge Rapid Marts, full software licensing for them and maintenance, 4 custom reports of your choice, 1 full dashboard, and we'll enable all the standard reports, and you could discuss it with you, the number of standard reports, and there are lots of those reports available. And the software license agreement for those Rapid Marts. And this is both in the services as well as in the license. It's a 15% offer, 15% discount offer for you. So with that said, we are on time to take any questions. Both Pat and Chet are here also and can offer those questions if you have any questions to share with us.
We have one question here today, and the question is, are the SAP Rapid Marts, can they take care of close to 80% of their regular requirement, the reporting requirement directly in the package reports?
Yes, the answer is yes. The standard reports can actually take care of, can match up to 80% of your needs. You will need to customize them to the effect that you would have your own, you would like it to be formatted in the ways and means that are more suitable for your needs. But yes, they could meet a lot of your requirements.
Is there a second question?
Yes, there's another question which I see that has come up, which is, are there any prerequisites and whether the SAP Business Objects is assumed to be part of the SAP landscape?
Yes, that question is to be answered. Yes, you do need the front end as well as BI deployed. So if you have business object already deployed in your environment, that becomes a prereq. And that is not included in this offer, that you have to, if you do not have today, have to buy separately. And we could help you understand that need, because the deployment doesn't have to be that wide. It depends upon your usage. What other question is there? So the other question is also, relative to prereqs also. The other question here is the content geography specific? No, the answer is not geography. I think SAP putting these rapid marts together have studied multiple industries, and these are generic international solutions. The international capability is also included in those SAP rapid marts.
The next is slightly more technical question, not really technical, but they are asking whether the data can be published to mobile devices, and the answer is yes. Once you have SAP BusinessObjects Edge, Edge comes with the ability of publishing content onto mobile devices, and they are iPad, iOS ready as well, in which you can have your reports being displayed and rendered on your mobile devices. I believe Chet here at Applied has already enabled some of that content, and they have already enabled reporting on their mobile devices. I think on the iPad, you have enabled on your iPad devices. Is that correct?
And as of the mobile version 4.0.2 VO, they're also available on iPhone. There are two apps. One is for Explorer, and one is for Web Intelligence reports that are exposed directly to the mobile devices.
Excellent question, guys. Any more questions? One question here is, can you build a custom rapid mart? Well, we are up to that challenge. If one of you are ready, we are already discussing that possibility with Mizuho. On a custom rapid mart, we'll be jointly able to bring it to the market. Matt, you want to say something?
We actually are doing a custom ad hoc report in quality. It isn't a normal requirement for the business, but because we are a regulated industry, we have taken the information from a lot from our manufacturing rapid marts, and what we're doing is revolving or convolving those into a ad hoc quality report for reporting.
Okay, well, looks like there are no more questions. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, thank you so much for signing on. And please don't forget to go to our website and use those promo codes, as well as take advantage of these special offers.
Thank you.
We will send in the presentations via email to those people who registered so that you could see the content and relate to it. Thank you again for taking the time. I know we have an international audience all the way in Saudi Arabia to India to US. So thank you again for joining us. We're delighted to host this. We will probably rebroadcast a Rapid Mart session again in another 3 months or so. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.